Today I'm going to make Czech style goulash. I like Czech food. There's a lot of Czech heritage around here, and that's what I'm going to do today. It calls for 4 pounds of stew meat. I don't have any beef stew meat, but I have spare ribs. So it's a good way to get rid of these. I'm going to put them in the pot, and for about an hour I'll boil it, and then all the meat will fall off the bone and stuff. I'm also going to add some pork chop that I cut up. And this is like my beef. It's home raised, free range pork. And it's way better than what you're going to find, in the grocery store that comes from a packing plant that came from a large facility where they feed pigs. This is dirt raised hog. Excellent taste. So I'm going to put that in there with the beef, and then I have pickling spice, and it says 2 tablespoons of pickling spice in a steel strainer, and I just made a makeshift tea bag, and I'll put it in there and I got some string tied onto it. It's a coffee filter to give it some flavor. And while that is boiling for about an hour, I'm going to add some water to ginger snap cookies. And this will kind of make it like if you've ever had sauerbraten, this is what it'll be similar to. 4 cups of water, let that soak while that's boiling, and then I'll add it all together with some other things, and then we'll have our start to Bohemian or Czech style goulash. Okay, so the meat's done. It's simmered for about an hour, a little bit more. I pulled out the bones and the excess fat from those spare ribs. And here's my makeshift tea bag with the pickling spices. 2 tablespoons of that. 8 cups of water in there. Then I'm going to dump in them ginger snaps, which have been soaking the whole time. And that'll give it kind of a little bit of a tang. It's pretty good. And I got 2 cups of ketchup, or 1.5, I guess, cups of ketchup I'm going to add. 2 bouillon cubes, and lemon juice, 2 tablespoons, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'll add all that in with the meat. I'm not going to drain that juice off. That's good flavor in there. Then I'll boil that, and then the Czech style goulash will be done. And here's the finished product. Czech style goulash. It's gonna taste pretty good. And note, I'm using a gas stove, which cooks more even. And I just like it better than electric. Plus, if the power goes out here in the country, sometimes it's been 2-3 days before I have power. And with a gas stove, I can still use the range without power. Not with electric.